This month on the Sequoyah Scribe Newscast, Fathima investigates some new rules at Sevier Middle.
Also in this episode, Lindsey explores if students think lunch times are too short.
And in our sports segment, Ian looks back on the 2017 Tribe Classic.
All this and more is coming up in this week's episode of SSN.
Good morning, Sevier Middle. My name is Gabriel.
And I'm Fathima. Welcome to this month's episode of the Sequoyah Scribe Newscast.
The halls of Sevier Middle School are filled with a lot of conversations about the length of student lunch. Is 20 minutes enough time to eat? Lindsey filed this report.
Students at Sevier often complain that lunches are too short. Students and teachers have several different opinions about this topic.
I think it's too short.
I would say lunch is too short, but I always have enough time to eat in that 20-minute period. I say we should have double reading time.
I think it's too short because there's not enough time to eat and it takes a while to find a seat to eat.
I think it's too short because it's really hard to eat in that amount of time. Get the food right, get the children out the door, on their way, come back, get our food, heat it up, sit down and eat, and then get back on for a duty. It's a rush. It's hard.
Students mostly believe that lunches need to be extended, but they had different thoughts about how long they need to be extended.
Probably like 30 minutes, to be honest.
About 10 minutes.
So why is lunch only 20 minutes long? Opinions differ.
Sevier provides 20 minutes for lunch, and quite honestly, quite a few elementary schools also have 20 minutes for lunch. We noticed that students actually finish their lunch in about 15 minutes, and usually the last 5 is for socialization. So based on what we observe and the number of students who still have a tray or are eating at 20 minutes, most of them are finished.
To keep the lunch ladies, so they're not that rushed, and because if everyone just went at once, they'll be having to cook food. Not that many people will be able to serve it.
I think the school has to fit a lot of things into the day with class periods and lunchtime and reading time and all of those things. I know it was helpful to have lunch split into 2 because there are too many people in the cafeteria. I just think they have a lot of things to squeeze into the schedule.
Because it's enough time to eat lunch.
Because really, when it comes down to it, if everyone is doing what they're supposed to do, students, they walk quickly and quietly, get their food, sit down, and eat. That's enough time to do that.
Lunches at Sevier have changed a lot over the years. Despite this, students still have seen people getting in trouble, mostly when they are leaving the cafeteria.
Having 2 lunches instead of 1 has greatly improved the lunch experience for students. Students have even commented on how much quieter and more peaceful the lunch experience has been. There are just fewer students. The students will go through the line faster, and I think that they just really enjoy lunch more when there are fewer students in the cafeteria.
Reporting for SSN, this has been Lindsey.
The movie Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was released in theaters not too long ago. This movie takes place before the Harry Potter books and movies. Did students like the new movie better than the original? Gabriel hit the halls to find out.
With J.K. Rowling fans across the world expressing their opinions, SSN hit the halls to see whether students like the old Harry Potter movies or the new Harry Potter movies.
Harry Potter, of course, because it's all about magic and it's just very entertaining to read the books.
Harry Potter, because that's basically where it all started. Fantastic Beasts is basically just like the aftermath of Harry Potter.
I prefer Harry Potter over Fantastical Beasts and Where to Find Them because Harry Potter includes more depth into the story compared to Fantastical Beasts and Where to Find Them, and in the sense that Fantastical Beasts and Where to Find Them started out as a catalog of monsters found in the Hogwarts library.
Harry Potter because I've read that book and I think it's pretty cool.
If you would like to see your comment featured on the air, tweet us at the hashtag SSNHitsTheHalls. Now back to the newscast studio.
The JSMS Spelling Bee was held in the Kaufman Auditorium on Wednesday, January 18th. 6th grade student Balu Pushkast won the spelling bee and will go on to compete in the regional bee. 7th grade student Connor Hall won 2nd place.
Another bee also took place recently. Sevier students and SSN reporter Fathima were with the winner of the 2017 JSMS Geography Bee. 2nd place winner was Abigail Fannin. 3rd place winner was Damon Dean. The 1st place winner qualifies for the state competition later this year.
2 weeks ago, 5 students from Sevier competed against other schools in the surrounding area in the Math Counts chapter competition. The team won 2nd place, and Connor Hall qualified to go to the state competition in March in Nashville.
Sevier Middle School started out 2017 with some tweaks to how students should behave in the hallways. Fathima filed this report.
New rules have been put into action this semester at John Sevier.
Well, we've talked about this year really just having some, clarifying some expectations that we have. So a lot of these expectations are things that you're very familiar with. So things aren't specifically new, but more just clarifying them.
The rules have a major effect on students and their behavior at school.
Well, I think the lining up single file in the lunch line is pretty sure the best because it's not crowded and I can get up the stairs quicker.
I think it's going to change the kids' behaviors.
With like the known hall passes, I think that's a great idea because there's just one around the halls and they don't have any permission from the teachers.
Makes me feel like I'm in an elementary school.
I don't really think they need them.
The new rules are here to make students' lives better. I think it's less about punishing students and more about showing the way that things should go so that hallways can be more clear and other things, and I think it should make the days of students better in Sevier.
I hope they work. I think the majority of the students do exactly what they're supposed to and are really well behaved. It's just the minority that causes problems for the majority.
I think the new rules this semester are a great change for the better. I believe that the students are doing a good job following them. I think hallway behavior has definitely improved, and I've noticed tardiness has not been as much of an issue.
These rules were needed for a very important reason.
Well, we want our students to be successful, and so making sure that the expectations that we have for our students are expectations that are going to be successful for them while they're here at school, and also while when they leave school and graduate and move on and become citizens out there.
I kind of also think that they're good because the teachers can know where they are because it keeps us in unison and the school's better that way.
The rule of placing teachers in the stairwells and halls seemed to be improving behavior at Sevier.
I noticed just from being outside my classroom and then on my duty days that I have every other week has helped tremendously with the flow of students, getting them to where they need to be, and overall behavior.
I think that students just, even if their intentions are good, sometimes it's just easy to get a little bit crazy in the hallway, which has an effect on students getting to class on time and getting in trouble, so I think that's a great idea.
Teachers expect good out of you, and you know how to act in front of adults.
I mean, they force me to stand in a single file line, and they yell at me when I don't, so I guess it helps me in that way.
Hall passes are now in use and prevent students from wandering in the halls.
I think it'll make the students accountable, and if there is any misbehavior, it would be really easy to report back to the teacher that they were being supervised by to let them know about their misbehavior.
I love the hall passes. It helps me not let too many students out of the classroom at a time. I think it will help teachers determine which students are not supposed to be in the hallway if they do not have a hall pass.
Yes, because you have a hall pass and when they see the red hall pass that you have, they don't ask you questions like, why are you out here in the hallway and you have to stop?
There is a reward system at Sevier. Students have to earn good behavior tickets and they will be entered in a raffle to win prizes. This system gives students an incentive to do their best.
Well, I believe that the rewards incentive will improve some people's behavior, and then I don't think it'll improve people that just don't care.
The good kids that have been like helping others, they are rewarded.
There is a goal the staff is trying to achieve with these new rules. It will hopefully have a positive effect on the school and students.
The goal is that our students are really showing positive behaviors, interacting with each other well, building in good habits for themselves, and learning how to be successful for their future.
Reporting for SSN, this has been Fathima.
Winter has been pretty mild and wet in Kingsport so far. Will snow finally arrive in Kingsport this week? Lindsey is standing by in the Weather Center with the answer.
So far this year, winter has been mildly cold and very wet, but what can we expect from weather this week? Good morning, my name is Lindsey. Monday will start this week out partly cloudy in the high near 73 degrees. At night, the clouds will stick around and the low will be near 46 degrees. On Tuesday, it will remain partly cloudy throughout the day and night. The high will be 72 degrees. The low will be 47 degrees. On Wednesday, there will be more clouds and a small chance of rain shower. The high will be 68 degrees. At night, the sky will remain to be partly cloudy and low will be around 45 degrees. On Thursday, there will be some clouds again, but most likely no rain. The high will be 68 degrees with a low around 47 degrees. Friday will be a mix of clouds and sun with a high around 71 degrees. At night, clouds will increase and there might be even some rain. The low will be around 48 degrees. Right now, it looks like there's still no snow in sight. That's it for the week's weather report. Now, let's go back to the newscast studio.
The basketball season has reached an end, and spring sports are set to begin soon. Ian is standing by with this month's sports report.
With the basketball season at an end, now's the perfect time to look back at some of the biggest moments. Good morning, Sevier Middle. My name is Ian. The Sevier boys basketball team have won a lot of accolades this season. They have won the Daniel Boone Christmas Tournament, are the Middle 7 regular season champions, and Middle 7 conference tournament champions. Sam Whitson, William Cars, Justin Knittel, and Nasir Sensabaugh were named all-conference, and Zane Whitson was named this Middle 7 Conference Tournament MVP. The girls basketball team won the regular season championship, the Middle 7 Conference champion, and qualified for the state sectional tournament. The team made it to the state sectional finals and were defeated at Sevierville. The Lady Warriors ended the season at 26-1. The highlights of the basketball season is the annual Tribe Classic, when Sevier and Robinson students are bused to Dobbins-Bennett High School to watch the city's championship basketball games. I filled this report about this year's Tribe Classic. The Tribe Classic is a game that students go to the DB Dome and watch Sevier and Robinson play a basketball game against each other.
It's pretty interesting. I'm not a big fan of basketball, but I'm really getting into it.
I love coming to the Tribe Classic to watch our athletes and Robinson's athletes, because one day they'll be here at Dobbins-Bennett and playing on the same team, so I really enjoy watching the future of our athletic program.
I think it's an interesting game about two teams going at it.
I think it's a good chance to watch your team play their basketball games. It's just a really good place to be.
During this event, there are many dislikes and likes about the Tribe Classic.
My favorite part has been watching them practice, and that's really cool to see them do a bunch of them trips and really cool plays.
Nothing yet, because we're not too deep into the game yet.
I love to watch Sevier win, especially that would be my favorite part. I'm very proud of them and very proud to be a part of Sevier, and I think they do a fantastic job.
Students and teachers have many ways and thoughts on how to improve this event.
Maybe switch up the seating a bit, or go somewhere else, play.
The Tribe Classic has improved every year since we've done this, and I think this year has been by far the best, and I would just continue to do what we did this year.
That sounds like it's not all day, and we only have varsity playing. I'd also like to see varsity playing.
Maybe having concessions again.
Reporting for SSN. This has been Ian. That's it for this week's sports report. Now let's go back to the newscast studio.
That's it for this month's episode of the Sequoyah Scribe Newscast.
Be sure to tune in next month for a brand new episode. I'm Fatima.
And I'm Gabriel. Have a great week, Sevier Middle.